Welcome to the Weeb Lounge. This is another one of our Love It or Hate It reviews. And this time we are doing a show that we initially put off just because of what we saw on the cover, essentially. That is Made in Abyss, an anime we absolutely love. Now, the reason I say that we kind of put this one off is because when we saw the initial trailer, just some of the animation, it looks like it's, really a kid's anime. It didn't look anything serious, so just kind of put it off to the side. This is going to be for kids, right? No, it is not for kids. No way. Oh my God, it's not. Despite the animation style, which you actually will grow to like, this is an incredibly serious anime. The entire plot, basically, there's this giant hole in the ground, and there's this massive city complex and everything built around this hole. And down in this hole, / the abyss, are a bunch of artifacts. Now, these artifacts could just be simple little things. They could have special powers. They could have special abilities. They could be very valuable, or they could be complete junk. So not only just in the name of exploration, but people want to go down into this abyss to get completely and utterly rich, which is very difficult because of the curse of the abyss. Now, our main character, Riko, blonde-haired little girl, a long time ago, her mom went down into the abyss, right? She was a famous explorer of the abyss, and she unfortunately never made it back up. So, Riko decides at some point that she wants to go down and try to surpass her mother, right? She wants to go as far down into the abyss as she possibly can, even knowing that because of the curse of the abyss, she can never really return. What is the curse of the abyss? The curse is the further down you go, the harder it is to come back up to a point where it is impossible. For example, if you just go down to the first level, when you come back up, the curse will hit you and you will feel like a little sick, a little nauseous. Nothing all that bad, right? Just, you'll get over it. It'll be fine. You're good. If you go down 2 levels, and then you come back up, you could get, let's say, violently ill, like incredibly ill. It'll take like a week or 2 to recover, just kind of throwing it out there. If you go down 6 levels, you're stuck. If you try to ascend from like the 5th or 6th level, you're pretty much guaranteed to die. It's not going to be good for you. No, exploring this, the entire abyss, it's not good for anyone. Ugh. So, Riko decides to go down into the hole, decides to be an explorer, starts to make her way down. Well, when she was down there during one of the little school trips or whatever, she runs into Reg. Who's Reg? Well, he's this kid, doesn't really know who he is or whatever, but it kind of turns out he's basically an android, okay? He is really powerful, has weapons, all this other crazy stuff, and does not seem to be affected by the curse of the abyss. So he can freely move wherever he needs to, but Riko cannot. Them two, of course, become friends. They become a pair. And not long into the show, they decide they're starting their descent. They go down, they find hazard after hazard, all these crazy things. The further down you get, the crazier it gets. The landscape changes that much more. There's more and more monsters. Every little thing down in there can kill you. And the one true point, and of course spoilers, as with all of these spoilers, the one true point where you realize this ain't for kids, this is not for kids, is when she goes down to a few levels, basically gets bit by this thing that's really poisonous, and to try to get rid of the poison or stop it from spreading through her body and killing her, Reg is very unsuccessfully trying to rip off her arm. She is basically going through this massive amounts of pain. Reg snaps, breaks, cracks her arm all to hell, trying to rip it off or cut it off or something. She is tears running down her face, pain immeasurable. She pisses herself. It very quickly becomes obvious that it ain't for kids. Oh my God. Now, Basically, she ends up surviving that only because of the third main character that comes into play, Nanachi, the girl who kind of looks like a rabbit, and they never really go into the case if she's like a girl, a boy or a girl. But from the flashback episodes and all this other stuff that kind of goes on, you kind of figure it's a girl. But, it's ambiguous. No one really knows because, she was a human girl at one point. She was. But as part of this weird experiment, she got thrown up from like level 6 to 5 or something like that. It might be 5 to 4, 6 to 5. It's one of those two. And that ride alone, thanks to the curse of the abyss, morphed and modified her body. Now, a lot of people get transformed into something or whatever, or some people handle it better than others. She was able to survive just getting transformed into this, little bunny girl, right? At least she turned into something cute, right? Where her friend, Mitty, turned into this slime-looking little kind of thing that's constantly in pain. And didn't work out for Mitty very well. But Nanachi, I guess it didn't work out for her too, but she ends up becoming this character who is incredibly knowledgeable of the abyss. And she can also, thanks to her transformation, detect the curse of the abyss, how strong it is, and its reach. There are actually some places in the abyss where the curse has no effect. She can detect that. Comes in handy. Really comes in handy. Now, they continue going down, and that's where season 1 ends, unfortunately. I think it's around, level 5 or 6 that they get, and then that's where the third movie kind of picks up. The third movie just came out, I believe it was January of 2020 this year, and I'm still waiting to see it. Oh my God, I want to see it, but I've read the manga. It's one of those series that I really, really enjoy, so I go running off and I read the manga, so I kind of already know what the movie is. And for those who have seen the season 1 of the anime, well, the only season thus far, and maybe the third movie, I say the third movie, but it's really the movie. The first 2 movies were just recaps. The third movie actually continues on from the season 1. But the manga goes much further. And if you guys think it gets weird, creepy, and dangerous in season 1 or the movie, you're not prepared. You are not prepared. It gets absolutely bad, crazy the further they go down. Oh my God. And I mean, there's one revelation that you kind of figure out, and that is Rico was born in the abyss. You find out Rico was actually born in the abyss. Really, really deep down in the abyss, because her mom decided to go spelunking or whatever while she's pregnant. Gives birth to Rico down in the pits, and it turns out that they find this box. It's like a coffin or box, crate, whatever you want to call it, right? And anything put into the box is not affected by the curse. This is how Rico gets out without any kind of damage done to her. She's put in the box. They haul her up, hand off, or whatever. Rico's out. Yay, she survived the abyss. How far down she was, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. But I do know that it's down far enough to where escape should be impossible. Should be. But not for her, thanks to the box. Which I don't know what happened to the box. I mean, if she got out, presumably the box got out, so where the heck's the box? Maybe I missed that. I don't know. But anyways, this is an anime that I absolutely love because it's misleading in its presentation, thinking it's a kid's anime. Very quickly realize that it is not a kid's anime. And the storyline, the premise, everything is really unique in this series. It gets to a point where you get so far down into the abyss that just going up like one flight of stairs can be deadly. That's how strong the curse of the abyss starts to get the deeper you go down. So, just climbing up a hill or a flight of stairs or whatever could prove fatal if you're, don't do it. When you move up, bad. When you move down, you're okay. But the further down you go, the worse it is when you try to go. Yeah, you guys get the gist of it. But anyways, as of this video, the movie came out and they actually did announce a season 2, a true season 2 of the anime for later on 2020, Probably due to all current events with COVID and everything, it will probably, I'm guessing 2021, but I do really hope it is this year. And with that, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification button. We have more videos to come, live streaming right here on YouTube. Lots more Konosuba stuff coming up. There's an event coming up. As I'm doing this video, I'm going to have to get to it at some point. We'll see you in the next one.